Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome on stage the General Manager of the JW Marriott Bengaluru Prestige Golfshire Resort and Spa, Ronan Fearon. Give him a huge round of applause as he walks onto the stage. Welcome, Ronan. Welcome. Good to see you. Please have a seat. Next up, we have with us somebody who, opened the Four Seasons Hotel Bengaluru. He was responsible, along with his team, to open this hotel, lovely property in the Silicon Valley of India in May of 2019. Most recently associated with the high decibel launch of this very property as well. He was part of setting up of this lovely property, the Leela Hotel and Residences, Bharatiya City, as well as the opening general manager. He started his career with the Hyatt Hotels Corporation. In 2008, he joined the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts and garnered experience in various food and beverage positions prior to his promotion to Executive Assistant Manager at the Oberoi, New Delhi, my alma mater, because I was part of the Oberoi as well many, many years ago. It's my pleasure to welcome on stage General Manager, Four Seasons Hotel Bengaluru, Mr. Ruben Kataria. Zordar taaliyan Ruben ji ke liye. Let's now welcome, I think I'm going to take a seat. Let's now welcome our third panelist who's going to walk onto the stage, who is a seasoned and versatile hospitality professional with a career spanning over 2 decades. He has worked with brands like Hilton, Hyatt Hotels, Grand Hyatt and Oberoi Hotels and Resorts, and over the many years has honed his skills in managing a diverse team of people and has also advocated operational excellence. 20 years of extensive and well-rounded experience in the hotel business. He's recognized as an integral part of Hilton in India. Now, he's especially well known for his demonstrated expertise in planning, developing, and directing effective business strategies for pre-opening hotels and revenue streams. He brings an enviable blend of sharp business acumen, reliable market knowledge, and robust hospitality competencies to his role as the General Manager of Hilton and Hilton Garden Inn Bengaluru Embassy Manyata Business Park. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a loud round of applause, Manish Garg. Now for another lovely panelist. Now this time around, taaliyan thodi zyada zor ki honi chahiye because he's come from far away only to be part of this lovely evening. Now you've got, of course, I think the cat is out of the bag already. You know who I'm talking about, some of you, his fans, probably, because he's one of the most popular GMs of the country from the hotel industry, a seasoned hospitality professional with over 22 years of domestic and international experience across several leading brands, has been an avid participator in the various aspects of hotel operations and services, has been actively involved in the management of destination properties and repositioned them amidst the hospitality stalwarts internationally as well. Now he is at the helm of a grand and experienced team that runs this modern palace, the flagship, Fairmont, Jaipur in India. Ladies and gentlemen, General Manager, Fairmont, Jaipur, Mr. Rajiv Kapoor! Okay, and also to complete the list of this eclectic panel, we would have loved to have anybody else take that seat, but no, we wanted to have only this person coming up onto the stage right now because we're at this lovely hospitality team here at this beautiful property, the Leela Bharatiya. So, an experienced hotel manager with 23 years of rich and diverse background in the hospitality industry. His journey has taken him from the vibrant landscapes of India to exciting international destinations. A significant highlight of his career has been his integral role in 6 pre-opening hotel teams where he has had the privilege of shaping the vision and operations of these establishments. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage this young gentleman coming up, Hotel Manager at the Leela Bharatiya City, Bengaluru, Rohit Pandey! without further ado, we'll have a quick round of mic check, just in case your mics are working. Maybe you can just say hi, hello.
Check.
Hello.
Just see if all the mics are working one after another.
Check.
Yours, Ronan?
Hello. Namaskar.
Yes.
Hello, yes.
Can we have these on the monitors, please, so I can hear them on the monitor? Yeah. Yeah. And yourself, sir?
Hi, can you hear me?
They can hear you, yeah?
Yeah, can you hear me?
None of these on the monitor yet.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yes.
I can hear you too.
This is good. Check mic.
Yeah, but we'll try and manage if that's not possible at the moment. Okay, so that's said. Now, I've had these professional introductions based on the bios that I could, bung in from the LinkedIn or maybe from your teams, however. But here's what I want you to talk about first. One thing about you, your personal life, that people should get to know, whatever that you're passionate about, other than, making people's life easy, other than making a guest experience really amazing. Something about you that people here should know. Okay, one. Second is, in a nutshell, about what your property offers, or something that highlights your property. So we'll start with Ronan.
Good evening, and thank you very much for having me here. I'm real privileged to be here. So my name is Ronan Fearon. I'm the general manager of the JW Marriott Prestige Gulfshire Resort and Spa, located not too far from here in the Nandi Hills. So it's a 300-room resort in a 24-acre setting. So I think it's really one-of-a-kind space in Bengaluru for us to host various different weddings and events and so on. So one thing that you wanted to know about me that's different, I need to think. I guess one of the things that not many people know about me, this is my first time to work in India, but it is not my first Indian experience because I grew up in a street in Ireland where the Indian ambassador lived. So I grew up with a number of Indian families, Indian food, Indian Bollywood movies and music and cricket. So actually coming to India, it feels very much like a second home to me. So I'm very, very privileged to be here in this wonderful country.
Thank you so much, Ronan. Give a round of applause. Let's keep it very high energy through the day. Over to you, Ruben.
Hi, my name is Ruben Kataria. I look after the Four Seasons Hotel and Residences, which is in the heart of the city. It's the luxury hotel in the heart of Bangalore. We are also, home to the Asia's 50th best bars. We have 38 on the Asia's 50 best bars. That's on the 21st floor of the hotel. And the hotel boasts about 19,000 square feet of banqueting area, which is where, a lot of our event partners, they come over and meet us there. Something which is about me, apart from the hotelier, which loves to create magic I also like to create the magic behind the camera. I'm a photographer, and I've done an exhibition in the past, and I hope to do another one soon.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And over to you, Sanjay.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Sanjay and I look after the Sheraton Grand Bangalore Whitefield Hotel and Convention Center. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank KEMA for organizing such a beautiful platform. Usually hoteliers are not very good entertainers. They are good servers. We can give them a good night's sleep. We can give them good food, but not entertainment. So I quite do not know why KEMA actually invited us to speak, because it'll be, I don't know, we only speak hotel. We live hotel, we feel hotel, and we only know everything about hotels, right?
It's so nice you said that, because
Yes.
some of the people in the fraternity, they feel that hoteliers are also doubling up as event managers these days.
Right.
And we hope they don't do that. So it's good that you clarified for
No,
starting.
but
yes.
given any moment, I would love to be in any event which is hosted by the event fraternity, because they are much better entertainers and they are much better orators, I think so. So anyway, so that's about me and my hotel. It's very easy to understand the hotel and remember the hotel. Couple of keywords. It's 360, it's 20,000, it's 10,000, it's 5, and a dog. That's what the hotel is all about. So it's 360 room, 20,000 square feet of big convention space, another 10,000 square feet of completely covered pillarless ballroom, and we are all talking pillarless. It's within an area of about 7 acres, the entire hotel only. though we are in Prestige Shantiniketan, which is more than 100 acres. And well, we are doing really very good to this to the micro market of Whitefield, you know. So would love to invite all of you, especially Samit Bhai is there, Prerna is there, all the old friends who I've been known all across my working career, you know, come to the hotel, and we promise to give you a good time, and 5 restaurants. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sanjay, give a round of applause. Over to you, Manish.
Very good evening, and thank you to KEMA for inviting us. I am the General Manager at the Hilton and the Hilton Garden in Bangalore, Embassy Manyata Business Park, 619 key complex with around 60,000 square feet of convention space. And the best part is we opened at the right time, just after COVID, and we make Bangalore the convention destination. So if you have any big requirements, you know where to go to. Personally, you know what Sanjay said was right. We are hoteliers and we are very boring. What do I like to do? I watch a lot of movies and I play a lot of Sudoku. So that's what keeps me going. Great, thank you.
Wow, give him a round of applause. That's Manish Garg there for you. And Rajiv, sir?
Great. Hello, Bangalore.
Hi.
All right. So my name is Rajiv Kapoor. I'm the General Manager at Fairmont Jaipur. It's such a privilege for me to be here. Thank you, KEMA, and thank you to all the friends from the fraternity. Last night, I attended a similar event in Jaipur. The whole forum, the fraternity, we did the same kind of event. My dear friend Sanjeev was there, representing Bangalore there. So I'm representing Rajasthan and Jaipur now in Bangalore. So it's great to be here. Yeah, Fairmont Jaipur, a great royal destination hotel. We are making just behind Fairmont Jaipur as we speak a beautiful Queen's Palace, which is Raffles Jaipur. So we will be the country's first luxury and ultra luxury combo hotel in the country. Fairmont has 245 keys. Raffles will be ultra luxury with 50 keys. Together will be 300 key hotel. Not only to just talk about Fairmont, but the Kukas area where we are. Next to us is Taj Amer, which is 250 keys. Leela 200 keys. Meridian next to us 126 keys. So overall, we represent 1,000 key hotels, which in close proximity of 5 minutes. So again, a great destination to do a lot of conventions. At Fairmont, last year we did 108 super luxury destination weddings. This year we're going to cross again 100 destination weddings. So it's going to be double century in 2 years. And I'm here to meet all of you, network with all of you, and bring business from south of India, from Bangalore or Hyderabad or different places to Rajasthan. Talking about myself, I've got 2 monkeys, 2 girls. So whenever I'm not busy with my work, I love playing with them. I'm a hiker myself. So you won't believe Jaipur being a Rajasthan city, but you come to Jaipur and I will take you hiking myself and you won't believe what amazing hikes we do there. So that's about me. Thank you.
So Rajiv, everybody's wondering, this panel is about elevating Bengaluru as the next big destination. Why are we having a panelist from Jaipur who's also leaving no stone unturned and using this as an opportunity to pitch Jaipur as a destination to people? But make no mistake, we have him here for a particular reason. We're here to learn from him about how Jaipur turned out to be a destination like that and how we can take a leaf from there and how we can grow Bengaluru as the next destination. So we're going to get to that part in a little while, but thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being here this evening. And finally, to complete the panel introduction, we'll have Rohit Pandey there.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rohit. I'm the hotel manager at this beautiful 281-room hotel. We are a hotel, convention and residences. Opened during the COVID, not many would have dared, but I think Leela dared to open up this hotel. And we've got one of the largest convention space in the city, with a nearly 50,000 square feet of combined space, indoor and outdoor. We are also an F&B destination. For all of you who are from Bangalore and have not been, Falak recently got nominated as the one of the top restaurants, one of the top 50 restaurants in the Condé Nast. So we're at number 30. So great honor to be in the list. And something we want to ensure we carry, towards making us the hotel a strong F&B destination. About me, just like Rajiv, I think I like to spend time with my family, the 2 kids. I've got a boy and a girl. And I like to try my hands to new sports. So currently my craze has been the squash. So yeah, I'm getting better at it. So I try picking up a new sport every couple of years. The next one is golf, that I want to try my hand at. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And this just goes to show that every single one of these gentlemen over here are very hard-working family men. This is going to be a family show as well here today, where we're going to be discussing a lot of things. Actually, if you look at it, everything's related to the families we cater to as wedding fraternity, right? So, in essence, everybody out here is the right fit for this panel. That said, we're going to quickly dive into the questions in the interest of time, keep it very crisp. At the end, we'll try and see if we can open it up for a Q&A, for a short 5-minute Q&A with the audience. So keep your questions reserved for that time. But for now, I think my first question is for Ruben here. Ruben, now, how has the demand for wedding events in Bengaluru evolved in the recent years, and what potential do you see for Bengaluru as a market for the next set of years?
So I've been now in Bangalore city for 5 years, and I've seen things grow. I think in between the COVID came in, which kind of stalled the growth and the amount of business which was coming into Bangalore. But right now I see that we are at the cusp of moving things forward. And I also see that there is a lot more involvement of the event companies in the KEMA into pushing Bangalore as a destination. The last 3 years we've seen 4 or 5 big hotels come up. In fact, pretty much the hotels which are right now representing on this panel, all of us are 2018 and beyond. So the last 5 years, we've also seen some convention hotels grow. Ronan's Hotel, which is the golf destination hotel. Leela Bharti City, which I opened here. This is again, has got a lot of potential because it serves a very different sub-market. So I think from here, because now we have the inventory earlier, which was missing, now we have the capacity, and I think what Rajiv just mentioned, of Kukas. I think where Jaipur scores better is that every hotel kind of works together. They know that they don't have the inventory to handle a largish convention / largest marriage. Here we have now 600 hotels. We built in 230 hotels, 230 keys at the Four Seasons. So if somebody wants to do a central, they can work around with me. We've got guests who are booking, the JW, and the spillover is coming to the Four Seasons. Similarly, his market is a very different market. So I think we're right now at the, KEMA is making the right efforts at the right time to get things going.
So on that, I think you need to have a round of applause going on for Karnataka Event Management Association, that time and again brings these properties, time and again brings these different kinds of forums to highlight what we have on offer, because sometimes only when we are nudged and reminded do we realize the potential of the city that we're living in. Only when we are nudged to see what there is to offer, do we think, hey, you know what, right in my neighborhood we have so many things, why are we looking elsewhere? Right? So this is a good start, I must say, from what we've done. So thank you so much for sharing that with us here.
If I may intervene,
yeah,
sorry.
Definitely.
I think also post-COVID, we've seen when people were not able to travel, so it suddenly exposed people to the newer destinations that they would have otherwise not explored. So hence lies of, this is where we also saw that Bangalore, with its weather and all, with the eastern states, it started hitting across while people were not able to travel overseas. So they started venturing into the options available in the city, in the country.
Absolutely, yeah. Just as much as people from this city are looking to go outside, to different destinations domestically, there are a lot of other people who are also looking to come down south, like Rohit said, for the weather, Bangalore is really suitable. And of course, now with the offering of all of these lovely properties, of course, Bangalore is now geared up for some of the biggest weddings that we can have. And talking about the biggest, okay, now, something that instantaneously put us up in the eyes of a lot of wedding planners from pan-India, a lot of people who neglected Bengaluru so far, so until now, couldn't have neglected us anymore with the addition of 2 brand new properties as well. So one is the Hilton Garden Inn and the Hilton Group of Hotel, center of the city. And then you also had the very premium luxury property, the JW Marriott Prestige Golfshire Resort and Spa. Now, Ronan, this question is particularly for you. What unique features and offerings do premium hotels in Bengaluru bring to the table as wedding destinations compared to other cities in India?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think traditionally Bengaluru has always been well known as a destination for weddings because you had these massive events that could take place in the palace grounds. But now over the recent years, there's been a pivotal transformation in the availability of venues, indoor and outdoor spaces, and now there's luxury resorts and properties that we have here today that people have never considered Bengaluru as a destination for weddings in the past, and that's drastically changing. I think the weather plays a pivotal role, right? You know, we have 12 months of good climate throughout the year for weddings, indoors, outdoors. There's never a bad time to have a wedding in Bengaluru. The third thing is accessibility. I think I was surprised when I moved to India how accessible Bengaluru is from pretty much every major Indian city, within the country domestically, but obviously also abroad. 3 flights from Dubai, 3 flights from Singapore every day has made Bengaluru extremely accessible for visitors, friends, families visiting who are attending the weddings, of course. So I think we're in a pretty good place to give the traditional Rajasthan and Goa hotels a run for their money.
Yay, absolutely. And I guess everybody's playing a part. You know, it's good that you brought the flight, the number of flights that take off these days here. But the other day I was having a conversation with the CEO of BIA, Bengaluru International Airport, and they finished 15 glorious years of them being in operation. And the kind of terminals that they've opened up now, Terminal 2, and they're already working on another parallel runway, Terminal 3, the capacity increasing. And this being one of the biggest sought after base from where flights would take off in the region. This is going to be the next big one. So the flights are also going to help us. So a big round of applause for the authorities who are also doing a lot of things for us. Right? That said, my next question is to Rajiv Saha from Fairmont, Jaipur. Right? In what ways can hotel professionals elaborate or collaborate with local wedding planners and vendors to create unforgettable wedding experiences for their clients? In what ways can hotel professionals collaborate with the local wedding planners and vendors? Because you've done it all. Like you've collaborated with a lot of wedding planners, and to talk a little more about him. Okay, he's somebody who thinks from the wedding planner's point of view most of the times. He thinks from the client's point of view most of the times. He's not just thinking from the hotel point of view. I can even go on to say that he's somebody who takes big amount of risks and he makes it happen for people. Okay, I'm not going to hold myself by saying that he took on the licensing authorities as well, saying that nobody's going to enter my hotel property so long as a wedding is happening or an event is happening. Now that is guts we require from hoteliers who would say, my guest is everything for me, how dare you enter my property without prior permission? Okay, now that's something that you've done. You created so much for the fraternity, and that is why perhaps Fairmont Jaipur is one of the most preferred destinations by not just the families, but even the wedding planners who are the biggest influencers in venue decisions, if I may add that way. So, please.
Oh, thank you for that. Listen, I'll share with you, I've been with Fairmont 4.5 years. I have seen the city evolve, I've seen the country evolve, we've been keeping eyes on every wedding hotel of the country. I can tell you what my competition is, I can tell you what their positive and negatives are. I think so, it's very simple. In Hindi we call it, jo ghar hota hai, wo ghar walon se banta hai, right? And similar way, a hotel is actually made by the people of the hotel. Now for me, the event industry is not different. They are my buddies, they are part of my hotel, I believe, right? At Fairmont Jaipur, we open doors, we actually, with every person in the wedding industry and us, we are salesmen together to pitch for that wedding. It's like making a cake together, right? The cake recipe is made by the hotel people. We are the hospitality people, from housekeeping to front office to kitchen to whatever. Our wedding fraternity people are actually the show masters, right? They are doing the garnish on that cake, they're creating the musician, they're getting the band, they're doing the whatever decorations in whatever they can. And both of us are actually paid by the same guest, right? So I don't know why there has always been a difference between hoteliers and events in many hotels I see. I have, anybody from event industry comes to my hotel, and you can ask, many of them are here, they will never get a bill in my hotel. Never get. It's their home.
Wow. अब इसके लिए ताली बजेगी और किसके लिए ताली बजा के रख रहे हैं आप मुझे नहीं पता.
Even tomorrow, I have only, let's say, 12 salespeople in my hotel or in the country, right? But I believe, together with the fraternity in each state, these are all my salespeople sitting here. We both are pitching in a destination, both are pitching in a hotel together, right? So, I am there to help to my buddies, anything we can do together in that way. The tricks of a hotel doing weddings is very, very simple. If you sell hotel to a family, you will never be able to do a wedding. You need to sell a luxury home to that family, right? If I come to your home and you have a party and you say you invited for a, let's say, Diwali party, you won't tell me 12 o'clock the buffet closes. You will not tell the AC has to switch off, get out of and go back home, right? In Fairmont, Jaipur, I clearly say when I meet my customers and my guests, if you're coming to sleep, please don't come to me. Go to Leela.
Wow.
You come to Fairmont, Jaipur to celebrate. It's your home. Party till 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. We are there as 600 employees to serve you. Buffet will go till 4 in the morning. Does not matter.
You know, the entire audience one side, and whatever you said can be concurred with the smile of just one person seated in the front row, Mr. Samit Garg, who's been watching you speak all of this, and his smile says that I've experienced all of this from
We also experienced it.
I think many people, other than so many of them, have also experienced this.
I'd like to add to something which Rajiv just said. Very critical point which Bangalore as a city, we as hoteliers, KEMA as this association has to consider, is that we are not fighting with, we are actually fighting for the same mind share of a customer who is sitting somewhere in the country and who's choosing first a destination. He's choosing first whether he's going to go to Goa or to Jaipur or to Delhi or do things in his hometown, or would choose Bangalore. So it is a collective effort from the hoteliers and KEMA to actually put something together where the person is going to say, oh, let's stop. This is a new one which is emerging. Make things easy. And maybe you'll have to look at what he said with the government. There is much more which we need to do together and not individually.
Yeah, I guess KEMA as a body is looking to work towards that, and they've already initiated dialogues and conversations because they always take lead in making things easy, making them streamlined, of course, as a process-driven fraternity. But that said, like Rajiv was talking about how, when he gave a little introduction about Jaipur, he didn't just speak about Fairmont Jaipur, he also spoke about La Meridian and so many other people, so many other properties coming together with 1,100 keys and things like that he spoke about. I know of one gentleman in this panel here, now, who has already initiated a dialogue like this. And he's not just marketing his property, he's marketing every other property in the vicinity, okay, as a destination to people and saying, hey, you know what? We can offer you all of these properties together. Now he could have been selfish and just marketing his property, but no, that's not what he does. He's taking the lead in getting all of them together. That's Sanjay here. Sanjay, I want to know from you, yeah, give him a round of applause, What are the common challenges hoteliers face in marketing their properties as wedding destinations, and how can these challenges be addressed? Now, be it competition, seasonality, logistics.
I think it's a great question. Before I talk about the challenges, let me make all of you understand what people actually look for, and this is something which I've been doing for about 6-7 months of being here. If you see Whitefield as a market for everyone, and everyone knows about it, especially for Rajiv, who's come all the way from Jaipur and many people from different places. Bangalore itself has now gone into micro market position. So if you are in that market, people usually throw around that entire place, which is your customers and your guests, right? Now, together, so we are a 360 room hotel, and we have a convention space which is like 17,000 square feet of pillarless convention area, right? We have another 10,000 square feet of ballroom. We have exhibition spaces, right? Now, the day I entered this hotel, and when I had a look around of the hotel, I thought that 360 room is not very difficult to sell, because Manish sells 650 rooms, right? And if Manish can sell 650 rooms, and if Ron can sell in excess of 300 rooms, you know, I think 360 room is not a very difficult point to be concerned about, right? What is concerning is that how are you going to increase your convention space occupancy and your ballroom? There are two giants which are sitting. And if you are doing a 30% occupancy and turning around in 365 days, both the hall only 30%, then you are not doing your job, in a manner of speaking, right? So, if you have to turn around such a big convention space and bring the occupancy even up to the pace of 50%, 360 rooms will not be enough. Therefore, you need to pitch international conventions, international conferences, and big weddings, right? For which you require more rooms. And that was the trigger which pointed me out that why can't we collate and collaborate the entire Whitefield as a market, right? We have 5 Marriott hotels, including mine, Marriott Whitefield, a Loft, 4 Point by Fairfield, a lot of hotels, 5 hotels of our brand. And then our competitive hotels, which are Taj, Zuri, Den, and a lot of other hotels, right? Called all the general managers together and talked to them like, hey, this is the destination if we have to market within the country and outside the country. Are you game for it? And trust me, everyone said, every director of sales and marketing, every marketing communication head, and every general manager said, yes, we are game for it. You know, because if we all sell together, and that's exactly the power of collaboration, right? Now, with the power of collaboration, which we did, and we are trying, we are really moving in a very fast pace, and the pace is very, very good. We have signed a convention of 2024 December. Wow. Trust me. And the 2024 December is after the Christmas, when there is nothing which is happening in the entire city, because it's a very corporate market over here, very transient market over here, right? That is something which is given. We have shared rooms with different hotels, all right, in the vicinity, and that's the power of collaboration. Now, the power of collaboration also leads sometimes to a challenge, and that's now coming to your answer, you know. Many a times, a lot of wedding planners, event organizing agencies, they come to us and they say that, look, now my hotel from Monday to Friday sell at 20,000 rupees on the best available rate available on the internet, right? Probably that may not be the client's budget who's doing his son's and daughter's wedding, right? They come to us and they say, Sanjay, that's not my budget. How much will you do? And we as general managers, you know, we say that we will do 18 for you. That's still not the budget. We come to 16, that's still not the budget. Probably 12 is the budget for the guest who, that entire extended sales team which Rajiv mentions. Trust me guys, first of all, we have to step forward to agree to that. Because today we are not a wedding destination, Bangalore, which we are all trying to create. All right? Goa is, Rajasthan is, we are not. So let's understand that fact. The moment you understand this fact, I think the game, 50% of the game is over. Let me tell you the challenge from the other side of the story now. A lot of people from the event fraternity come to us to say, hey, this client is a Marwari, this is a Banya, this is a Gujarati. He will not eat your hotel's food. So would you allow a Maharaj to come? Would you allow a catering company to come? Would you allow this person to come and that person to come? Now, I think the other side of the chapter has to understand that we have compliance issues over here. The compliance issues are the moment I allow someone to come, and if there is a case of food poisoning, then the hotel actually goes into the doldrums, right? So the only name of the game is collaboration and nothing else. So that is the major challenge, and that is the way we can overcome. And that's something which we are trying to do really well. I would definitely like to thank KEMA to bring all of us to this platform, you know, because this is really very important that the sooner we understand that, and we have started understanding. We have really started understanding, right? So if you have to take my hall on hire and bring the food, go to a Kalyana Mandapam. Why to come in a 5-star hotel?
We're pointing the guns at you guys.
No, not really.
Not really, I think.
Sanjay, can I share what we do at Fairmont Jaipur?
I'm trying to make a point. Yes.
Can I share what we do?
Yes.
And you know what we have done? We are known in the country to give buyouts, right? We give your home 240 keys, 500 guests. If let's say they have more guests, they take Meridian or Leela, whatever it might be. And again, we are getting weddings from all over India and all around the world. 20% of 100 weddings are NRI weddings, and we do weddings from South to Nepal to Gujarat to Punjab and Indore, you name it, right? And again, our chefs get all the demands. Now, I think like a bride's father or I don't know, groom's father, if your child has grown to, let's say in Karol Bagh, and wo Karol Bagh ki tikki khate ho gaye, and they want to bring a Karol Bagh ki chaat wala, why as a hotel I should stop? So what I do is, when I went to Jaipur a few years ago, we were selling rooms separate, we were selling F&B separate. My billing used to take 4 hours to 8 hours to finish. Nonsense, we were talking about counting plates, one plate, fighting. The whole 3 days experience of wedding was a disaster in Fairmont. What I did was, I created an AP package. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, high tea, tea, coffee, whatever, laundry, juices, everything unlimited free. One package, one price, easy for guests. My billings now finish in 5 minutes. Now, apart from that, guest wants to bring Karol Bagh ki chaat or South Indian food or this and that, please. I've actually created a separate kitchen for them. I give them for free. I already make my money in my AP package. What I want to know, why? Easy way out, right?
So, yeah, I mean, that's possibly the best way for us to handle a situation like that.
Because we are also like Marriott, Accor. We are a French company. We take all the disclaimers. So tomorrow if there is a food poisoning from a chaatwala, that's a disclaimer and you have everything to protect yourself.
So, and this can happen with the collaboration of the wedding fraternity as well, who also handpicks these people who use hygienic measures as well. They don't just pick up anybody from Karol Bagh or anybody, but of course somebody who's been doing a good job, just pick them up with all the hygiene measures and also compliance brief given to them and so on and so forth and all of that. So I'm sure that'll go on well. So given the rise of destination weddings, what sort of ways can all of the hotels of Bengaluru collaborate in making Bengaluru as the next big destination from your point of view, Rohit?
It's a great question. I've been hearing Rajiv, and I think we need to look across the way Rajasthan and the Rajasthan's hotels, particularly Jaipur and Udaipur, have been marketed. Right from the way they get constructed, in the way they are done, they are designed keeping in mind that it is a wedding destination. I think the mindset has to change. I think, again, if you ask me, Bangalore, the hotels are not designed tailor-made for weddings. But if you talk about certain properties, they are mindful that if this hotel has to become a wedding destination, what are the key points? What are going to be the USPs? And again, there are things that we can look into it, the way they have marketed. Other states had opportunities as well. But if you look the way Rajasthan has come into the scene, it's way ahead, and especially Jaipur and Udaipur, in the way they have projected, be it the legal laws, be it allowing, putting across, there's a lot, that. And again, I think KEMA has, again, I would also like to say thanks to KEMA for putting together this opportunity, and considering that there is a potential and something that they want to put across. And I think as Sanjeev mentioned, hoteliers coming together, put across that, yes, we are just not competing with another hotel, but we are competing why a guest would go. It is never a case of another hotel in Whitefield. It's a case whether the guest is going to go to Jaipur or is going to a Thailand. So that's what we need to, put across into it.
Great. So you think from the point of view of how not to let them go to another destination, it's not just to another hotel. So yeah, great. That's great. Now I'm going to also maybe ask you maybe a hard-hitting question as well here to the hoteliers over here. So do you believe that the wedding fraternity is crucial to you doing business? Yes?
Absolutely.
You have no choice but to say yes here?
No,
Otherwise we won't get out.
I actually would differ. I think maybe we need to change the stance, and you know what Rohit was just mentioning. I think we are a corporate city. We're a business-based city. We should turn the tables and maybe not try and focus so much on trying to get weddings, and maybe become like Hyderabad, you know, become a convention city which provides opportunities for business people because of the connectivity, international connectivity, as Ronan had pointed out. Strong international community can. So we should actually, as a city, should be pitching more, and probably KEMA would be also, you know, kind of reorient and take the conversation away from weddings and get into more conferences and events and technology. Bangalore is supposed to be in the tech city.
No, of course, yes. They've of course made a note of that already, and they're going to work towards it. And it's always been the case that we've been a conference destination. We're talking about weddings here to see how we can make this the wedding destination as well.
We are still not the conference city. We still don't get our fair share of leads into the city.
And that's got to do a lot with working with the governments. For conferences, you're working with across the world. And it is your connectivity, it is using your USP to drive it here. It's just not India you're competing with. You're competing with Thailand. You're probably really competing with Colombo very soon. You're competing with Europe. So you are competing with destinations, and Bangalore can become a conference/MICE destination. Wedding will be a segment that will continue to work because of Bangalore's accessibility and the weather. So, but it can become a big convention/MICE destination in the near future.
So I'll sort of bring you back to the conversation of the wedding per se here, because you know I'm trying to bring it back to the weddings here, because we have a house full of people who are wedding planners, and how this whole thing is going to benefit them and they benefit you is the question really. Of course that's a point taken. Of course we want to make Bengaluru the next big conference destination, but you know today there's a big pain point that the wedding planner often faces, which is when they need to get a room rate, right, for their wedding families or clients directly. When they get in touch with you, they get a certain rate, but then the travel companies, they have a better rate already, right? So in most cases, when they go back, they cut a sorry face and the client says, you know what, I'm getting a better rate from somebody else. They're trying to get the same rate passed on to the client, and they often don't end up getting the same rate. And that's the pain point that was passed on to me for some of the wedding planners who said, hey, try and raise this question out to them. So why don't we have a uniform rate, or maybe give that benefit of doubt to the wedding planner who's come to you, give them that rate, and so that guy goes back and says, wow, I was hurt being a small wedding planner as well, not just an empaneled wedding planner, a small wedding planner. And that's another can of worms that I would probably open at a different time. Which is empaneled wedding planners and non-empaneled wedding planners. This is a different can of worms. I do not want to open that up right now. So how can we make sure that you take it on a case-to-case basis and give the best rate possible, which is beyond what the travel guy who's had 2,000 bookings or 2,000 room nights already taken from you? Now, how can you make that difference happen?
So, I think so. We as an industry try and give the same rate to the end client and to anybody who comes from any event management company. That is always our endeavor, that we never give two different rate points. Now, as an industry, we don't do it, we don't endeavor to do it because we treat people sitting here as our extended family, and we have to work with this family day in, day out, so we'll never do that to anybody. So I don't think so that's a practice in the industry. Do you guys feel that? I don't know.
I think you can answer that. Because in Jaipur, when event management company give business, they get PAC. So can you
Yeah, so what, Sanjeev...
I'm saying same things we face in Jaipur, right? Few things we have done as Accor, as Fremont. to travel agents who are giving you transient business or leisure business. A few years ago, we have taken the static contracts out. We don't have any static contracting for us. We are on a dynamic pricing. So that means the pricing is like an airline. Few seats left, the price is high. More seats left, the price is low. It's a dynamic pricing, goes on demand and supply. And it is, again, a revenue management all of us have. It's controlled by your revenue manager. How many seats you want to open, how many rooms you want to open, how many you want to close. So it's, you can do 2 years, 5 years in advance. Now when a wedding guest comes, he's talking about a bulk of 100 rooms, 200 rooms, 500 rooms. It's a different set altogether, right? And like I said, we have solved our problem by doing a AP package. So we don't have any clean rates in the market at all. So even if he goes to any travel agent who has a dynamic contracting for us for a individual rates, that does not shape up right, because I have all the meals, I have things included. So the problem is solved both for us. Now with our wedding planners, we do commissions, right, on room rates. So we have a very clean, transparent system which works very well for us.
You know, some of the hotels, you know, they took a lead just recently. I think, which property was that? I don't know. I've heard. Who now, I think it was ITC, I'm not too sure if that's the property, that said now they give 5%, not just on the hotel room, but they also give that on the banquets as well. Now some of the hotels over here give like a certain percentage only on the room nights, but not on the banquets. Now, some of these planners are looking to pass that as a benefit to the wedding clients directly, because that's how they want to win confidence and do more weddings in their families to come forward. It's not because they want to pocket that money. It's because they also incur a lot. For the hotels, let me tell you this, for the hotels it could be a 3-night affair or a 4-night affair at most, okay? But for the wedding planners, it is 6 months of hard work. They go around the client, do a lot of hard work, stitching together an experience and come together. So, and they also want to pass on these benefits to them, right? So I see no harm in doing that, but what's your take on it, Sanjay? How are you?
So, you know what, I'm just going to put a perspective to what Manish just talked about and what your question was in terms of whether hotel actually does different strokes for different folks, you know. So, A person coming different rate, B person coming different rate, C person coming different rate. Usually not, because I have not come across something like that. But if any hotel which is doing it, I think to a larger extent, how it will get sorted out is what Rajiv talked about, a opaque rate, you know. You give an opaque rate of say 20,000 rupees, right? How much you put it in your rooms and how much you put it in your food and other services is your way of play, right? Commissions comes a little later, all right? So if I'm putting 15,000 to my rooms, because I sell it at 10, I can't afford to show 10,000 for the rooms, I put 15 and I put 5,000 for the food. It's the way I look at it. In the larger scheme of affairs, for Bangalore, what will do good is that this entire segment, if we think, because wedding in hotels makes the biggest amount of profits, please understand. A wedding guest is not worried about the fact that for my sons and daughters' wedding, I'm shelling out 5,000 rupees for food or 1,200 rupees, it's not that, right? So there's no value propositions to it. I think what Rajiv told about opaque rate would actually do good to whoever has actually experienced that hotel gives different rates to different people. In terms of TAC, of course, every hotel does it. Some hotels have started doing it for food and beverage. We also in our company take this entire discussions to our superiors, and probably there will be a time which will come where the TAC will be on an overall perspective, not only the rooms. This is what I can say at this point of time.
So usually they give only to a travel company, not the
So they give only to the travel organization is what they say, travel companies, but not for the wedding planners who work extra hard in getting the weddings to you is what their thing is. But in the interest of time, I do not have enough time because I've been signaled already to cut short this panel right here. So I'm going to have to maybe just have a little sum up from each and every one of you. If you were given a chance today to add something or do something that would take Bengaluru to be the next big destination from your end, what would that be from your end that you think will make us? We're starting with Ronan, of course.
So, you know, it's fascinating to listen to everybody talk about weddings because you guys have so much more experience of Indian weddings than I have. But seeing hotels and partners that are in the room today working together and focusing on quality over quantity. You know, weddings for us, it's very critical, but really it's probably the third segment after leisure and corporate, right? And we do that on purpose because we understand that people will be more interested to come to a resort which offers an experiential stay rather than something that focuses on wedding after wedding. So I think what we need to do is work on quality more than quantity, right? So working with the partners in the room, decorators, florists, caterers where necessary, and focusing on quality will lift that reputation of Bengaluru as a wedding destination for all of India.
Thank you. And what about yourself, Ruben?
I think, this is, Bangalore is a corporate city, and it will take some time and a lot of effort from all of us to kind of tweak the way we think. I think it's the thought process which needs to change, and then that's how the business is going to change, and it comes from both hoteliers as well as from the event companies. The first step has been taken. We have got some, senior people from the fraternity who are here from Delhi. They've already led the way in the other markets. There is way they need to show us to how to, crack this one for Bangalore.
Okay, thank you. Sanjay?
If I have to sum it up, Riaz, what you are asking for is, I can sum it up in 3 words, The first word is size, the second word is scale, and the third word is collaboration. Okay? Today, Bengaluru has the size, the inventory it offers. Trust me, has every element. And what Ronan says about 12 months of the year, we have a great seas, great weather. It's neither hot, neither cold. Some destinations are either very hot or some are very, very cold. So we have that size of inventory, rooms, and the weather, right? We have the scale today. What the entire country and the world can do in wedding, from a decoration to an event management to offerings of food and beverage. We have the scale, right? The city has the scale. The third thing is that if you have to actually match the size and the scale, just collaborate. Guys, help each other. If you don't help, it will not happen. It's collaboration, collaboration, and collaboration. What I will give back to this room today is collaboration. What I take back from here is collaboration. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely fabulous to hear that from you. And from that point, Ron, and you have marketed Bengaluru as a summer, your property is a summer and the rainy season property both, right? So I guess taking a leaf from that, yeah?
Summer, winter, 4 seasons, but without being the 4 seasons. We're the 4 seasons without being the 4 seasons.
All 4 seasons. Okay, all right. Manish, over to you.
We in Bangalore have, over the years, learned the corporate trade, how the corporate traveler moves and those kind of things. And for us to make weddings more successful in Bangalore, it's a thought process. Little bit of flexibility from our end, a little bit of flexibility from the room, to make it work for both the parties. At the end of the day, it is a family event where there's family involved and it comes with its own emotions and those kind of things. So a bit of flexibility from both sides. We have mastered the art of corporates. But yes, if we master the art of being flexible on both the sides, Bangalore has no reason not to become a wedding destination. It's only a question of time. Everything works in Bangalore's favor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That gives us a lot of courage as well, hearing that from you.
Great. No, I'm very thankful to be part of this panel and learning from Bangalore also. We do a lot of weddings from down south to the north. Not only when I see Fairmont, but I see Leela, every hotel in Jaipur, Udaipur. We get a lot of weddings from Chennai, from Hyderabad, from Bangalore, and many other places, right? Connectivity is great, right? That's one of the key reasons. I am personally working on a different goal for my hotel in Rajasthan. I have lived before Fairmont Jaipur, 6 years I was GM for Western in Langkawi in Malaysia. Before that, 3 years I was in Indonesia. I've worked in 3 years in Dubai. I worked in Mumbai. I've worked all my life in Delhi. So I'm quite, global in a way. I've done a lot of NRI weddings when I was in Langkawi, right? So I have a good sense of experience of how this thing works. What I'm changing the mindset of Jaipur is it's not just a 6-month destination. Because a lot of wedding planners, even my salespeople, when I came to Jaipur, they told me, oh, summer, nobody will come here. Actually, the first thing I did was I removed my director of sales and marketing. That was what I did. And 4 years ago, what revenue top line of my hotel was, today I'm double the revenue, same hotel, no renovations, team changed 50%. It's a mindset we changed, collaborated with everybody. From October to March, we are almost full every day. Between now and March, I'm going to do 60 weddings in my hotel, over 130 crores of revenue. I'm already sold out. I'm actually pitching in weddings for next November, December, and also 25 January. The benefit of a wedding industry, especially for hotels, is the cash flow, right? They are 100% advance money. My credit meeting actually ends in less than 5 minutes because I don't have a credit, right? And there are a lot of benefits to both parties in both ways. So what we are doing is I'm actually not working for Winters. Winters in Jaipur automatically sells. Sanjay has been there. He's been a general manager there. I'm working for Summers. That's why I'm here to meet Bangalore. Because the rates what I'm going to offer in summer weddings, same Fairmont, same GM, same food, party till 6 in the morning. You take 60,000 rupees for AB package in Winters, but for 25, 30,000, I'm going to give you experience of Fairmont you cannot even imagine.
So that's typical Rajiv, okay? Just backing up punch of a sale even in the last few seconds. So yes, sale probably done. Yes, over to you.
I would start by saying Rajiv shouldn't be over here. If Bangalore had to pitch in for weddings, he's eating our pie
Actually,
as well.
Rajiv was just talking about outside how pleasant the weather was,
Yeah.
right? So.
But I think
One more thing on weather, right? I love Bangalore weather, but I'm sharing something. For a wedding guest, actually weather does not matter because he's drunk till 6 in the morning. He's sleeping, he never attends any breakfast. He comes at 1 o'clock, he dips in the pool party. So actually the day does not matter, right? It's a night party, the weather anywhere is good. So for weddings, weather does not matter.
But we still love Bangalore weather and people still love Bangalore weather. Over to you.
I think Bangalore has got all the ingredients. When you said we have as a destination, we have the connectivity, we have the weather, and we have the inventory. What we now need is the agility, the flexibility, and the mindset to get that perfect recipe. Like what Rajiv mentioned, there are months where they can hit into the like summer months. He's over here for shopping for the wedding business. I think similarly, while we want to do the MICE, but there is opportunity in Bangalore with the inventory that we have to work towards. I think it's all about getting that agility, mindset, and the flexibility that we want to go for those wedding businesses. And that's what will get us there. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen, for this absolutely fabulous, power-packed panel discussion that we've had. We've learned about how we wanted to collaborate together. Now that's the one takeaway that I'm taking away from here, which is collaborating together to give the best of the offerings to the families who will come back here time and again and choose Bengaluru as the next big wedding destination. If there is any quick question or two from the audience, we can open it up if there's anything. I think it's Shrikant from Ethereal. Can we have a mic passed on to him, please? Can we have a mic passed on to him? I could pass this on to him. A quick question or two.
Sir, thank you to all of you for taking your time to come out here. Really feeling blessed and happy.
Thank you.
I understand from today's conversation that this is a corporate city. But let's come to a middle ground. Let's market Bangalore as a weekend destination. Let us create a very, very special price. What Rajiv is doing for summers, let us do something special for weekends out here. Let us make Bangalore, and anyway, Ima is already talking about Har Din Shubh Hai. So let us create a weekend wedding destination in Bangalore.
You rogered it. Absolutely, Shrikant. Thank you.
I think we should get away from, and I'm making it, a statement for everybody. I think we should get away from this price conversation. Jaipur doesn't really sell on price. Jaipur sells on the product. what they experience. This city doesn't have less to offer. And I think this is a mindset, where it kind of also pushes back the hotels to say, listen, should we not? Because, every time there is a conversation, it is about being price sensitive. Where should be saying, listen, we have got everything, connectivity, you get cheaper airfare to get here, you get the facility, great hotels to choose from. So there should be no conversation on the price, but also on the experience, modern experiences.
Thank you. Sir, this is Anand here from TB Universe. This is to all the panelists except Mr. Rajiv because he's already told about it. Okay, like he told, like if you are with the KEMA, like when this, we always face this one, Novex, PPL, all these people. So if you are all with us, stating that we will also make sure that we are not going to allow them to come into the property during a wedding event. So that will be one of the biggest boon you can give it to us. Okay, so if we want to hear from you, and if we can get an email from all of you, it will be still more wonderful from all of you.
I like to put a perspective to it, Please understand, I've read the FHRI guidelines and the orders which have come. So perhaps there are many big people who are sitting who would be able to clarify that. But it's the diktats which have come from there are very confusing. That doesn't help us in allowing them or not allowing them. Please understand. And that's where they gain a little edge. Okay? Now I'll give you an example. A wedding could be considered as puja, could be considered. That entire fiasco is very, very misleading, to be very honest, And no one sitting over here wants to be misled and then proven wrong. And that's where the confusion is. It has to clearly state that what exactly are the deliverables and what do we need to do. And that's where the problem lies, I feel.
That said, I think we're still going to try and see how we can come up with a solution for that. Yes? Okay, so one last question then.
Hi, to all the general managers in Bangalore, welcome. How would you help the wedding planners create a destination, collaborate with the hotels?
See, Bangalore as a destination, right, is great in itself. What is it that you want to convert and to sell this destination?
We want to create Bangalore as a destination. How would you help the wedding planners to create one? What is that you can collaborate with us to make this memorable and to make this as a destination?
I think the main thing is to be very transparent right from the beginning. What is coming through, what is the thing, what is the requirement of the client, will it come to you or not? I think that's the main thing. And that would help us to make Bangalore a great destination. There are a lot of things that go for Bangalore's favor, particularly the connectivity and the weather. And trust me, those two things make a big difference to a client.
If I could
Ronan,
just add,
the question was a little different.
Yeah,
yes,
if I
Ronan.
could just add a little bit more to that, because I understand what you're saying. I think there's three elements, right? Familiarize, collaborate, and integrate. Familiarize is what we need to do with you. You need to get familiar with the facilities, the indoor, outdoor spaces. There is a hell of a lot new places in Bengaluru than there was, 3-5 years ago. I mean, everybody is kind of remembering what it was like before COVID, but since COVID, a huge number of venues have opened. Collaborate, right? Partnerships with specific hotels. As I said, quality over quantity. It's not about dealing with 100 partners, it's about dealing with 5 to 10. I had Mr. Rituraj Khanna in my hotel for 12 days. Wedding after wedding after wedding. And anybody knows who Rituraj is will know that 7 days is about as much as you can take of that man. And then finally, integration, right? Working with the hotels to make sure that you take advantage of these beautiful new properties, beautiful new venues. If everybody wants to decorate, this entire ballroom in one place, don't waste your money on a hotel like the Leela Bhartiya City, right? Because these are special venues that have been designed. These are new venues, and we need to integrate that space with the events, with the wedding events, right? So these are the three focus areas I would do to enable us to work better together with
I think you understand the potential of every wedding planner who's got the experience and exposure to create this as a destination. We need the support of the hotel, and if the hotel supports us with whatever you are saying now, partnerships, if that can be done, it'll be something fantastic.
Yeah, we're ready.
Mahendra, I just wanted to tell you that, you know, if we hoteliers, and I can talk on everyone's behalf, and trust me, everyone is going to resonate with me. If we have learned wedding, it's from you folks. Trust me, all right? So the answer is yes. Tell us what's your requirement. It will be done.
Wow, what a lovely sum up that was. What a lovely sum up. I think it's just about the time that we had. Thank you so much, Ronan, as well. And thank you, Ronan, Ruben, Sanjay, Manish, Rajiv.
Rajiv, sir, one question.
And Rohit. There is no time, unfortunately, Mahindra, so you'll have to hold on to that question, maybe take that in person. I really don't have time, I'm sorry about that. But here's the one big line for all of you here. To elevate Bengaluru's next big destination, it's not just this panel that's going to make it happen. It's the policymakers outside, it's the event body that's going to reach out as one team. It's also every single one of us in the room, including people like us who create that experience, who carry this as a brand forward to different destinations and say, hey, listen, Bengaluru is a big destination. As a host, I would be proud of it. As a moderator, I'd be proud of it. I'm sure my fraternity also would do the same. So it is about all of us coming together that can elevate us as the next big destination. Thank you. With that, I hand it over to KEMA for a little memento or appreciation. Anita, would you like to do the honors? So who's doing this?